He's right now probably the best basketball player in the world.
No, I just thought him as the best player in the league.
At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
A two-time NBA regular season most valuable player in 2021 and 2022, and a top candidate for the award in 2024, Denver Nuggets center and franchise player Nikola Jokic is definitely one of the best players in the NBA. According to many people around the basketball world, he is the best player in the league. With such a high basketball IQ and a great feel for the game, when watching from the side, Nikola makes the game of basketball look super easy. That is a trait only the best of the best have, and that is certainly what Nikola Jokic is. With so many great performances behind him, he has earned great amounts of respect from the players around the league. Let's hear what some of them have had to say about the Joker and his qualities as a basketball player. One of the most versatile big men defenders in the league, Anthony Davis has had the responsibility of guarding Nikola on numerous occasions during his career. The two have given us some great battles around the rim, and AD knows firsthand how difficult it is to stop Nikola on his way to the hoop. He talked a bit about the task of guarding Nikola after Game 1 of the 2024 NBA playoffs, when Nikola tortured Rui Hachimura, who was his primary defender that game.
Yeah. Kind of got to it late. Before, Rui has done a great job on him previously. Just being physical with him and pushing the catches out and making it tough for him, shooting over the top. Yeah, like I said, we'll look at it and make our adjustments. Talk among ourselves and just kind of see, were we helping Rui, were we leaving him on the island, when he scored, things like that. So, and then we'll make the proper adjustment going into Game 2. If that means that I'm on him for the whole game, then so be it. But, that was the game plan going into tonight.
The 2023 NBA playoffs gave us a great series in the Western Conference semifinals between the Phoenix Suns and Denver Nuggets. Devin Booker and Nikola were the main stars of the showdown, with the two outplaying each other in every game. Nikola's Nuggets came out on top, of course, as the Suns were the second-to-last obstacle on their way to the NBA Finals and the championship. Nikola finished the series with averages of 34.5 points, 13.2 rebounds, and 10.3 assists as the Phoenix Suns never really found a way to contain him. When asked about this challenge after Game 4 of the series, Devin Booker admitted that the Suns were struggling to game plan for Nikola.
Good question. We're trying to figure it out. It's tough, man. He can make sure everybody's involved at the same time. So you don't want to overhelp because he'll spray it out and they're shooting threes on the backside. But, if you leave the matchup there one-on-one, he's going to make you pay for it. So, we just always talk about making it hard, making it tough, trying to wear him down. He's doing all that offensively and at the same time on defense, he's up on all of our screens. So he's playing out of his mind. He's doing what he does, but I'm happy it's 2-2.
DeAndre Ayton also took part in that 2023 Western Conference semifinals matchup and was unfortunately on the receiving end of those 34.5 points that Nikola averaged in the 6 games. Although Ayton was never known as a top-notch defender, allowing somebody to drop almost 35 points per game on you can get into your head. However, DeAndre Ayton has kept the right mindset and has had an open mind while trying to take notes and learn from Nikola. Knowing not to trash talk him in order to not wake up the beast, DeAndre Ayton showed a lot of respect for the Joker's game during the game and after in the press conference.
I give him his praise. What he means to me. That's the number one center in this league to me. And, just what he do and what he brings to the game is tremendous. And I always look up to it and try to take things from him and, just try to learn from it and put it in my game as well. No matter how you try to shut this dude down, he still finds a way, to be the player he is. And, I love competing against him and, talk here and there while we battling. And, it's just good spirits. And just to hear that, he means, just make me want to keep working for real. Just hearing the recognition of my hard work is amazing. I just want to keep working harder and harder. It's fun and it's my natural habitat to just be competitive. It's just, him just seeing me as a player from when I got in the league is like, dang, DA, finally, you guys look good. You know what I'm saying? Just something, straight up and not too much, but, they see it. It means a lot. We've been working hard and we're a young group, and just hearing that from him, it meant a lot.
With a podcast host as his hobby and secondary career, we get to hear a lot from Paul George and his takes on basketball. Playing in the Western Conference for some time now, PG-13 has faced the Joker at least 4 times per season. So, he has had plenty of time to figure him out, but still has not managed to do so. This is not a knock on Paul George whatsoever, as not many people can say that they have managed to do so. However, this is how far PG has gotten with his analysis on stopping Nikola.
Man, he is just like, it's crazy because he's not by any means the athletic guy on the floor, you know, but he just knows his game. I think he's a player that just knows who he is on that court. And you put a small guy on him, he punishes him. You know, somebody his size, he uses his smarts and wits. It's just, it's a tough matchup, and it's one that we failed to figure out so far. But I was blown away.
As there is no Batman without Robin, there is also no Nikola without Jamal Murray. Over the years, the two have slowly but surely become one of, if not the best duo in the NBA. The two complement each other's games perfectly, and their success has been the best proof of it. The two led the Denver Nuggets to a very impressive playoff run, which ended up being crowned with the first Larry O'Brien trophy in Denver Nuggets history. And although they have been playing together for a decade, when asked if he has seen a better version of Nikola than the one in those 2023 NBA playoffs, Jamal Murray honestly said,
"No, maybe one day in practice." He's very smart with his tactics, the way they front him or deny him. You know, we don't really fight a lot of the pressure that we both get. And just seeing him make quick decisions, you know, if the pass is open, there's no hesitation. Even if he turns it over sometimes, he's just taking what the defense is giving him. But some of the passes he makes and how quick he'll make them, I think that's what impresses me the most.
Rudy is one of, if not the best rim protector in the NBA. He has slowed down and stopped some of the best big men in the league. However, he has still not managed to figure out how to stop the Joker. In the matchups between Nikola and Rudy, Nikola always seems to get on top, as he averages 21.7 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 7.3 assists against Rudy in his career. One of the most dominating performances that Nikola has had against Rudy was in January 2021, when Nikola finished the game off with 47 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. 30 of those points were scored in the first half, which basically destroyed the Utah Jazz's will to win. Rudy took this one personally and took full responsibility for it.
A lot of things. I think he got it going early. I mean, I should have done a much better job. He scored way too easily, especially in the first half. Second half was much better, but you know, it's once again, when someone scored 30 in the first half, you know, it's tough to be in a position when you can win a game. And it's a big. I mean, I take full responsibility for that. You know, the team relies on me, and I gotta come out, you know, better in the first half.
Domantas Sabonis is another great NBA star coming from Europe. The European big men have a very specific style of play, which focuses a lot on overall skills rather than just physicality. Obviously a big competitor himself, Domantas Sabonis explained how tough it is to guard someone as skilled and as competitive as Nikola, while also giving him one very special title as well.
Of course, you know, he's the best big in the league, you know, the best player in the NBA, and as a competitor going against that, you know, you always wake up a bit more motivated, you know, than going against any other team. So, yeah, you know, he's a Hall of Famer. He's one of a kind. So, I mean, if you're not excited to go up against someone like that, then you shouldn't be playing sport.
While many think of Nikola to be an out-of-shape basketball player, Lakers forward and NBA great LeBron James thinks otherwise. LeBron has had dozens of games against the Joker, and as a student of the game of basketball, he knows how physically gifted the Joker is, although it may not be in the traditional form of high jumping and fast running.
I mean, he's 7 foot and 200 and whatever the pounds he is. Plus he's physical. So it's not just, it's a lot of guys who are physical but don't possess the frame that Joker has as well. And he's in great shape too. So, you know, being able to match that, you know, intensity throughout 48 minutes or whatever case, how long he's on the floor or you're on the floor, you have to match that. So he's damn good, and, you know, you're just trying to make it tough. You know, he's very good at everything. You know, offensively, he can do everything. So just try to make it tough on him. No, he has a great motor. Great motor. We know that. The players that play against him know that. That's just a media horrible narrative.
It is common knowledge that Kevin Durant is one of the league's best scorers. He is a player who is dangerous from every spot on the court and can score no matter who you put up against him and how close they guard him. However, getting scored on when playing great defense is definitely frustrating. And although KD has rarely been on the receiving end of those buckets, Nikola has given him a taste of how bad it feels to get scored on like that.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Yeah, I felt like all of those shots felt like they was easy shots, you know. And he just played a game at a pace that you can't speed him up. You know, fluster him. He's strong. He can make every shot. I mean, I hate when he makes shots because he's so unorthodox, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a miss, and then they go straight in. You know, he's incredible.
A Balkan native himself, Luka Doncic is one of Joker's best friends in the NBA. When playing against each other, the two always try to make fun of one another, but obviously that is in good and friendly spirits. The two have great respect between them, as they are both extremely talented and extremely competitive as well. Although they rarely give non-sarcastic interviews about each other, when they do, there is a very, very high level of respect. And this comment by Luka is a testament of that.
Well, I think everybody knew him before. Maybe not because he's not really on the media stuff a lot. But all the players, all the coaches know how special he is. Everybody knows how special he is. So, like I say, I think everybody knows what kind of player he is. And he's right now probably the best basketball player in the world.
One of the greatest players of our generation, Steph Curry is truly unguardable with how much he extends the court with his shooting. On the other hand, you have Nikola, who scores most of his buckets being physical and bodying the defenders tasked with guarding him. As frustrating as it is to see somebody bomb you with threes from half court, it is maybe even more frustrating to have somebody bully you the entire game. In a game between the Warriors and Nuggets in December 2023, Nikola shot from the line a total of 25 shots, which made Curry furious with how helpless the Warriors seemed against him.
It does cater to the guys that can sell calls. And, when there's physicality, it's tough because it's inconsistent at times on either side. Just what's the tone of the game? And from game to game, it changes. That's the nature of basketball. But like a night like tonight where you feel like there's physicality on one side and then kind of ticky-tack on the other, and then they get into the bonus, and it changes the complexity of the game. And especially, not like we don't foul. I'm not saying that. It's just consistency is key when it comes to understanding how you can defend in the game. And I know what Coach is talking about. So it was tough tonight. Slowed the whole game down. Obviously, he made every free throw, and changing momentum, played into their hands, and until things change, you obviously have to adjust, but it was frustrating.
Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks are one of the better matchups when it comes to slowing down Nikola. The Milwaukee Bucks have a great squad of strong bodies to put on Nikola, as well as length on the perimeter to disrupt the passing lanes for his passes. Although with a favorable matchup, they still work really hard to contain him, and the Greek Freak is aware that that is because Nikola is one of the league's best players.
As a team, we did a good job defensively. Put majority of the game Brook on him. Then we made an adjustment with me being on him and then switching. And then when the small switched on him, Brook was right in the weak side, either to kick him out or to be the help side defense. At the end of the day, the ball's going to be in his hand. You just got to make it as tough as possible for him. That's pretty much it.
Although Joel Embiid and Nikola have played less than 10 games against each other, the two are considered somewhat of rivals, as they have battled so much for the MVP trophies. Joel makes a bigger deal out of it, as Nikola does not seem to pay much attention. But when it comes to having respect for each other, it is very evident that it is there. When asked about what he think of the Joker, the Philadelphia star gave a short and honest answer.
I just thought him as the best player in the league. Like I told you earlier, he won a championship. That's the best team in the league, and he's the Finals MVP. So I was just telling him, keep going, see you in 2 weeks, and keep doing your thing, and that's why you're the best in the league.
With Nikola's prime just starting and the Denver Nuggets adding pieces to the puzzle around him, they are going to be a problem for years to come. Truly an all-time great player, the Joker has a lot of basketball left in him. Let's hope for the best for him and the Denver Nuggets, as nothing can be taken for granted in a league as competitive and unpredictable as the NBA is.